name is Melcher. I'm from EY Singapore, Associate Director in the Tax Technology and Transformation team.
I am Louise, Phua, Associate Director of Ernst & Young with the Business Tax Services.
My name is FOOK from Ernst & Young Solutions LLP. I'm a tax partner with the tax services.
Well, there are various mistakes that are made by local companies when withholding taxes, but top of the list will be the failure to identify payments that are subject to withholding tax. Next, the misconception of when withholding tax is actually due, the misconception of the date of payment for withholding tax purposes, and last but not least, the tax rates that are applicable for withholding taxes.
Companies in Singapore are facing increasing risks of non-compliance as well as tax controversy with regard to withholding tax as well as other taxes, primarily for a few reasons. One, because of the increasing focus by the tax authority on non-compliance on withholding tax obligations, plus also is coupled with other factors such as there's a resource constraint within the finance function of most companies where there's limited expertise on tax. Therefore, it may result in omissions on complying with withholding tax. Another possible factor is also due to the increasing volume of cross-border transactions, and sometimes certain transactions are structured in a much more complex manner, such that the actual interpretation of the tax consequences would be much more complicated as well.
Top of my mind, that will be financial penalties of up to 20% on the withholding taxes that are due. For repeated offences, something more serious, imprisonment of not less than 6 months. But I think most undesirable of all will be the fact that the company's reputation will be tarnished if they are being penalised for not withholding tax.
First and foremost, I would think enhancing the communications between the tax function or the finance functions and other departments within the organisation in creating greater awareness of tax obligations or compliance requirements, not just within the finance department, but also involving teams such as sales, accounts payable, as well as procurement. So that's one step. The second step is really to also ensure that there are adequate processes and controls with regard to tax to ensure that any compliance requirements can be met on a timely basis and as accurately as possible.
In terms of big data, then data analytics can help to identify any transactions subject to withholding tax. Imagine that you have to go through the whole ERP system to track transactions subject to withholding tax. It will be quite challenging and almost impossible to do this manually. And this is a good way of how data analytics can help to track transactions subject to withholding tax in a very efficient way. And we do it based on keyword searches. So for example, you look out for royalties, you would key in royalty and look for for subjects where the description is royalty in the ERP system, and then you can drill down back to the invoice.